on Saudi Arabia's side, definitely hitting some of the world compositions.
Yeah, taking out the Talia and Rise.
Yeah.
Rise, I feel like, is a must ban. We really have been seeing the resurgence of Rise. A lot of Asian mid laners doing incredibly well on it. It didn't have that good of a win rate, but in the recent patches we've seen Maple, Ryu, Rookie even step up. Extremely strong champion.
我们看看他们不会
Also
抢
got
皮
me
肤
final。ban there as well from Saudi Arabia, and it will of course be Aatrox. Would be very surprised to see that one make its way out of the banning phase, even though Keen's managed to fight twice in the group stage. So a little bit shocked about that one. But yeah, Saudi Arabia looking for their first pick. Doubt it would be a mid laner this early on. I'm probably expecting a mid laner to be very late into the round. Instead, just going to lock down the Tam Kench early.
Tam Kench.
You can see the smile onto Keen. It looks like it will be the 2016 skin selection, so that roster
那
was
韩国队是打算拿
Echo in the top lane,
2006
Olaf Jungle,
年的皮肤吗
Syndra,？
Not know that.
Jin, Nami. So they're not going for 2016.
看来是不是拿2016年
I
的。
feel like it might have been a little bit too obvious though after that first game to the point where Saudi
然后
Arabia
解说
just
员
went,
说，
"Oh,
可能第一
this
局
is
录的
like
太明显了
start，picking
现在
away
第二
champions,
局
stop
就不
banning
会
away
这么弄了
champions."
I really like that strategy because you're showing dominance at the same time you're actually hiding your own strategy. So that's actually, like, we might laugh at it, but it's actually a really well thought out way to approach the semifinals.
The other way, though, is looking at the fact that we get to see Peanuts Lee Sin, which is just straight hype, then also a Jin into the bottom lane. Saudi Arabia picking up, as we said, the Tam Kench, but also the Na into the top lane. So that last time around from Keen, so I feel like Wikichi wants a little bit of revenge in the top side.
Yeah, definitely is his most played on EU West. He's very familiar with the champion. And what we've seen in their games against Iran was that once he gets rolling, they do go into the 1-3-1. They do run the entire map.
Yeah, not holding any punches though, immediately just locking in the Kaiser as well. Already has the Tam Kench for a bit of protection there. Now back over to Korea. Are they going to confirm a mid laner early, or there's going to lock in... is that locked? It is locked. It's going to be a Zyra.
So I have to say, all three of these champions still have world champion skins.
They do, yes.
They
So
might
Zyra-
not be from
yeah.
the same year, yeah, because
这
Zyra is not
虽然
in the
说
map.
这
She's
三
not even
个
close.
没有在
No, but
同
there
一
is
年的
SKT
冠军皮肤
Zyra.
但是这三个都是冠军皮肤。
So I think that's what we're going to be seeing, to be honest.
All right, Camille coming
看
there
来
as
韩
well.
国的
Another
教练
ban
说，
towards
你
the
们
Saudi
现在
Arabia.
选的英
Again,
雄
it's like Korea are
只
picking
可以选
like
冠军
compositions like
皮
this,
肤的
but
英
are
雄。
still trying to ban away potential upset champions. It's just like
Yeah.
we're styling, but not too much.
I wonder how Coach Edgar actually, okay, so that's how he's going to approach the ban thing.
Yeah.
Coach Edgar, of course, the coaching staff for Afrikas
Yes.
is going to.
Him and Zephyr behind Korea.
Yeah.
This in Asian Games.
I wonder how he's going to communicate this. Okay, so season 3.
Next pick season 3. Yeah, back on Saudi Arabia side, going to be batting away the Jace and Gangplank. And again, big picks for Keen specifically.
So they're still missing a mid laner and a top laner.
All right, what's the pool, Clement?
All right, if they really want to flip the roof off this place, it's Jax. It is going to be season 3, boys.
Season 3 is the theme.
第 Season 3
Oh,
第
man,
3年
alright.
的
That's the Impact champion.
It is, yeah, yeah.
Played it 3 times in the finals of season 3 over Royal.
这个 RNG 打
To
的
win SKT's first championship to start the dynasty for Korea.
是 SAK 第一年拿到冠军
Very
的，
start, from the beginning to the end.
对，
Rek'Sai,
打
okay.
皇主的
I have a Rek'Sai pick up here from
Season 3.
Ajwad into the jungle.
第3年。
Unfortunately, Saudi Arabia does not have a theme of their own yet, but there are strong champions. They're looking to win this game.
Okay, all right, that's going to be a ribbon lock-in,
I
folks.
love the Riven. You know why the Riven's good here?
Why is
Because
that?
it's a counter matchup to the Zed.
他选
If
Riven
Faker
说
wants to do it,
哎，你
if he
想要
wants to get that season
你
3
想要
synergy
那个
going,
结的话，
he
那
needs
你
to
肯
lock
定
in the
要
Zed.
This
But
is
it's a bad
actually
matchup.
too
要
good.
那个打 Riven 的
I。mean, everyone wants to say it. Faker, will
Come
you
on.
rise to your game?
Oh.
Are you going Cinder? Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow.
All right.
破坏
He
规则
actually opted out of the Z matchup into the ribbon here from Fear.
He could have had the roof of the stadium in
Yep.
the sky.
I know. All these fans coming over from Korea right now. Unbelievable.
But he goes for the season 6 skin. It should be a better matchup into the Riven.
A much better matchup, yes.
Yeah, you can't keep your distance on that champion.
Yeah, Zed just gets absolutely wrecked in the melee range against Riven. There's so much
Faker
gap
sold
closability.
lah.
Even Living Shadow is not enough to get you away from Valor and also the Broken Wings.
Definitely. I would love the mic check from Coach Edgar. I want to see how he coordinated everything
But
here.
it was probably like, do it, and Fake was like, nah.
It was good thinking on Fear's side, however.
It was, yeah.
I think he's definitely won the 1v1 like matchup against Faker so
I mean, he's
far.
won Champion Select now.
Yeah,
he
made
won the
Faker
laning
back
phase.
off.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually ran away. He ran away.
Yeah,
from
it's like
Fear.
one of those 90s sitcoms where the bad guy and the good guy are going to crash each other with a car, and the bad guy always flinches.
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening right here. Crowds behind both of the teams coming into this second game here in the semi-finals. Once again, we do have Chinese Taipei and the People's Republic of China both going toe-to-toe in the other semi-finals right now, so we'll keep you updated on what's happening over there as well after this game. But we get to see the compositions one more time. I like to see that Mimic's also picking up pretty hyper champion in the KaiSA, and of course it's going to be about mid lane once again from Fear, locking in the ribbon.
So we're seeing a lot of champions are not necessarily in meta. I would specifically point to the Zyra, which we haven't seen that much, to be honest. And also the Lee Sin is,
It's here and there.
here and there, yes, but not really something that we've seen Peanut play recently.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's top priority
Definitely
compared to a
not.
lot of the junglers. But we're about to get onto the rift, folks. Korea versus Saudi Arabia.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I will say, meanwhile in China, it's a lot easier to predict the crowd chants because...
Yeah, I really love what the Korean teams and coaches do in international tournaments. We call it international etiquette, but they do tend to give underdeveloped regions a chance at their games. And it works out for them as well because they don't have to show their strategies going forward into finals.
Yep. I mean, there's a best of 5 coming their way tomorrow. And that will be into 2 extremely strong teams, especially in a series format. So as much as you can hide as possible is very important for these teams. Of course, that's also a storyline that's very true even through the group stage. But we're about to be opening up here. We're about minute 30 into the rift, and we're not going to see any massive invaders come out. Just a bit of vision down the river.
It's a very early red start. I shouldn't say very early, but
Very early. The fastest red start we've seen in the history of League of Legends.
no, I just wanted to say
Incredible.
that. Opening red buff at the start of the game, we could see some cheese coming out from Peanut early on. The Jackson to Nara matchup is quite heavily influenced by jungle pressure.
Oh yeah, but naturally, if you do lock them in the 1 versus 1, Jax actually wins because his strategy is just strap some duct tape over his Q button and just
Pretty much.
go in repeatedly off cooldown.
Yep, but you do need your jungle pressure to play with that strategy, or
Yes.
it's very easy to be countered out. In the bot side, we are seeing Korea run a very heavy kill lane. Now, this might be just a skin theme, but on the other hand, if someone is caught out by the roots coming in from KOR KSA, they could very well one-shot KaiSA.
Yeah, I mean, Zyra, I don't know if you folks have played much solo queue recently, but still an extremely toxic champion right now. Very annoying to play into. And plus, when you just have this much range, including the Jhin, it can be very difficult to play into. You can see they have the initial push. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, it's struggle streak for Fear.
Yeah,
he was expecting the Z to come out, but it was, in fact, the Syndra in the end.
That was 5 CS missed right there. Faker putting a lot of pressure down into this lane. But fortunately enough for Saudi Arabia, I do like the pick of Rek'Sai. We were talking about the lack of CC coming out from Trundle, and I feel like Rek'Sai really does remedy that problem, so they can go all in on the 2v2 and do expect to come out ahead if they do it early.
Yeah, I want to see some pressure into that mid lane. So just watching Fear right there, his animation cancels are crispy. So I want to see if they can get that ribbon rolling. Didn't see too much out of the cat because just didn't really have much support coming out from the jungle or the rest of the map at that point. That's an interaction you don't see very often. Typically you don't use the tongue lash to also get the Devour out, but I like it. You get that cannon minion. Now in comes the collapse. Peanut papping towards the bottom side. Mimic under attack. First blood to Peanut.
Just too smooth. The crowd control lands exactly when it needs to. Just as Peanut is coming in, they corral Mimic into the bottom side of the tower where he has nowhere to run.
They barely took a tower shot right there. You take a look at the Keystones running Electrocute on that champion. Bottom lane, of course, Jhin going for the Hail of Blades. And Zyra even going for Comet to add insult to injury. Actually going for a Resolve second.
I think that's actually pretty normal, I would guess. Because you do have crowd control on the E and a
Oh,
re-PK coming in.
Peanut cutting through the wave as well. Nice dodge come out from him, but now he's against the tower. He wants to go back to his Tam Kench, but they cannot make it happen. It's going to be another kill coming through to Peanut.
And that was about as well as you could possibly play it coming out from Mimic. He actually dodged both skill shots coming out from the Korean bot lane duo. But unfortunately, the damage coming in from the jungler as well, the Electrocute going down, just too much for him to handle.
Don't do it again, Peanut. Finally, he's gone back to base, and he's picked up a full Tiamat at 4 minutes. Of course, he had. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Ajwad just farming up these Krugs while he's got a chance. Maybe even looking towards the top lane after this, but this has been read out by Peanut, so it's a bit of a time trial right here. Keen, he's got the flash underneath his belt, pops the E, counter-strike's good, puts the stun down onto Wikichi, has to hop away from this one, and Keen in a 1 versus 2 deflects.
And he does survive, not even expending his flash to complete that. And Lee Sin should be on his way. They could turn this.
He's already there, nothing personal. Kid jumps right onto Ajwad. Nice knock-up coming through, and the Q already used, but Peanut is like, I'm just going to use my flash on this one and get the kill. Follow up, use the ward, and Wikichi has to flash away.
Unfortunate execution, and Peanut is just so far ahead in the matchup right now. Already 3-0-0 with the Tiamat. What this means is that he can now go into the enemy jungle, and he has a clear speed to take everything away from the Rek'Sai.
Sad, sad time. And again, all in the middle lane, locked in this 1 versus 1. Fear up against the Syndra pick. It's done relatively well just to survive this one. Need to have gone for a first back. Peanut just saying, hello, I'm here. Just a reminder. If you want to do anything aggressive in the mid lane, Michelle getting locked down. The AD carry isn't there. Nice dodge on the grasping roots, however, will mean that he'll survive this one, especially because Ruler was lining up the 4th shot.
Definitely had a chance to take down the Tom Kench. Faker, I will not forgive you for not picking Zed.
No, history will remember this.
Yeah.
The League of Legends community will not let you forget that you ran away from the matchup. Top lane Keen. Flashes forwards from the counter-strike. Wikichi doesn't have his own flash from that previous gank. About to go Mega, but cannot turn around. Ooh. Oh, the mini wave cutting through right there.
Yeah, and you can see that he didn't even have a potion running, so very close call coming in for Wikichi in the top lane.
Yeah, very close stuff. We'll have to go back to base regardless. What you have to assume, it looks like he's staying, in fact. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Peanut looking for yet another gank. But Ajwad's there first, finds the tunnel, gets knocked off to call JJ, but immediately regrets his decision because he is dead to Peanut. The Shao and Mimic now under attack, have to go back to their tower in the top lane. Keen locked down, taking tower aggro. Wikichi looking for the solo kill. Last tower shot comes down, and Keen still managed to win out.
But it doesn't happen. Keen gets his ultimate at the very end. Here comes Fear, though.
Oh, massive ultimate. Wind Slash come through, finds the kill confirmed, but in comes Peanut once again. Root manages to connect, as does the Q. Peanut finds his 5th.
A 5-0-0 Lee Sin. This is a solo queue nightmare for a lot of people right here because Lee Sin with his execute damage, with his extra AD given to him, it's gonna get worse from here.
How many times can you say that a single player controls all of the kills the team has managed to get over the entire series? That's Fear right now, opening up 2, 3 goes down to Mimic, and that's 4 dodged out by the KSA, but the support already dead.
Yeah, there's actually 1 kill in the top lane for Keen, so he is ruining Peanut's party just a little bit.
Peanut pushing forwards. That was the Q. Void Seeker doesn't connect. This is a turf war now between the junglers. Ajwad looking for this knock-up. The rest of the team is closing in, though. He's well aware. Lands a Q once again. Doesn't land a flourish, but in comes Core JJ. Flash out, then shut down! Furious bite for the kill.
And he gets the bounty. What a good dodge out by Ajwad, and he gets away as well.
Completely outplayed. Sends Peanut packing. Go back home.
That was such a good sidestep coming in from Ajwad. He actually walked towards the top side, dodged out on the captive audience coming in from Ruler. And they fumble.
Straight outplay.
Yeah, they fumbled Peanut's plan. Peanut was going into that with half health, but he thought he had the backup of his teammates. Unfortunately, unable to land the skill shot.
I mean, yeah, you can't call it anything else other than an outplay in the jungle. 2-7 right now. Big plays coming in from the individuals there from Saudi Arabia. Once again, bot lane pushing in, and looks like this first tower should be falling here. Don't see any response really able to come through. And I don't blame them, to be honest, because Peanut's probably getting the bottom lane like 17 times in the first 8 minutes of the game. Oh, that stun connected off of the 3. Faker finds the kill. Wasn't expecting that to actually land. It looked off target. But once again, Ajwad finds the kill. Follows through with the Void Seeker.
And Fear is not the only Saudi Arabian member having some fun right here. Ajwad able to get return kills onto Peanut twice in a row now.
Void Rush down. Now he's locked in place. The support versus the jungle. Look at the damage coming through from this Zyra. Basically gone full AP as much as you can at the early portion of the game.
And that's actually quite favorable for Ajwad because he does get the summoner and the ultimate away from Core JJ. They will lose another tower.
It will indeed. Now 4,000 gold ahead, Korea, but we can take a look at that last play once again. So yeah, ball's already dropped on the floor, and yeah,
the
that was
synergy.
janky, man.
I think the alley-oop was really good. Like the stun, like Peanut actually did predict the stun landing in from Faker, and Faker pushed him right into the resonating strike.
Yeah, it looked weird because I was like, there's no way that stun's gonna land. But must have just caught Riven's foot, maybe with the sword. But yeah, nice setup coming into the mid lane. Top lane though, Ashwood looking at this one. Swapping up lanes now, Roller up there, KOR KSA just behind him. There is a small opportunity, a small window here where they could collapse here, Saudi Arabia. Fear comes in, activates the ultimate already.
Doesn't get the stun down though.
He's setting up broken wings. He's coming over the combo, misses it over the wall. Turns around the wind slash, not enough damage. Now Ashwood under attack. Managed to get Michelle there, but now he is rooted in place. Follow through from the Jin. Opening up the curtain call, fish in a barrel. Michelle walking out of this one. Void Rush comes in. He's got to follow through once again. Furious Bite, and the Queen Draft is good. Another kill to the jungler.
Things are getting wild here in the top side, but Faker comes
Faker here to clean up the mess. Turns around once again, looking for the kill onto Mimic, but he dodges through. Killer Instinct, but still takes a massive amount of damage from that dog sphere. Faker has the flash, jumps forward once again, follows up, unleashed power, triple kill.
He still had the ultimate in his hand. I can't believe it. Such a cleanup coming in from Faker, and there's nowhere to hide for the Saudi Arabian members.
There is nowhere to hide, unfortunately, as you said. 12-2 currently, but it's all action in the early game. 11 minutes have gone by and we have 16 kills. Peanut duking out with Shadi in the pit here. Let's go back to the start.
Oh, I wanted to see the ruler footsies right there because he killed Fear with basically 2 auto attacks. That's really what gave Korea the big advantage in this skirmish in the top side. Faker comes in, he finds a low health Tahm Kench. That was I would say the easier kill of the 3. And then he flashes in, predicts a direction that the Dark Spear would be landing in. And still has the unleashed power for the final kill.
Yeah, I mean, it was still good for Mimic. That's all you could really hope for if you're a KSA with that killer instinct. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Keen under attack 1 versus 3. Being chased down here, the initial slow land of a shout, try and clear the minions. Yeah, has to flash to Tongue Lash. Otherwise, that would have probably been a kill confirm there coming out of Ashwood once again. Fear in this top side, 1 versus 1. Flashes out of the dog's Fear, looking for the kill combo. There's the setup! 1 versus 1 kill, solo kill once again. Fear into Faker.
And this is the second solo kill that we've seen in this series. Can he get another one, though?
Well, he's up against KOR KSA and a lot of plans to boot. In comes Jin from the sidelines, and Peanut's there to support. But he got what he came for, Clement.
Yeah, he definitely did. Fear's name will go down in history.
Oh, Peanut. I don't know, that's enough damage. He's going to have to keep following through. Yeah, Peanut needs another Q to connect. Oh, are you kidding me? That plant? So strong.
But he does
fall down. Who's teleporting on that one? It's Keen. And he's keen for some kills. He's following up onto the Tahm Kench. Peanut off to the side, looking to line up the Q. In comes Ashwood from the sidelines, though. Connects the Void Seeker, ready to follow through that Void Rush. Knock him onto Keen once again. Doesn't have the counter strike of Peanut. Chooses to go to the back line, but a great gobble out from Michelle. Meanwhile, Peanut trying to escape from this play, but Keen's already dead. There's the curtain call, though, up to the top side. Michelle gets the kill onto Peanut. Ming, where's the bottom? There it is, it's good!
And Peanut gets taken out by the Krugs. So Tahm Kench and the Krug, and the Gromp, actually. So Tahm Kench and the Gromp, you know, both Toad-looking like creatures. They do have great synergy there.
Fair.
Peanut tried to escape with a resonating strike, but unfortunately, the inhabitants of the jungle were not so kind on his retreat path.
Yeah, no one expects the rogue agent, the Grump right there, paid off by Team Saudi Arabia, ready to just shank him around the corner. Amazing.
But this is just such a fun game to cast. You can see that, you know, Korea are playing a little bit loose. They're going in and doing the kill trades, trying to push their mechanics to the absolute maximum.
I want to see this full combo coming out from Fear. Looked like an E ult, yeah, with the flash as well for the cancel.
Oh, and Faker just had no chance.
It was just clean. That's just the standard kill combo there from Riven.
That was the instant flash in just to avoid the possibility of being knocked back. That's a weird position for the red buff to be in, but it does look like a Faker steal.
Yeah, fun fact, a lot of Riven's abilities can be cancelled. E is a major part of that, especially for ultimate. You can hide your ultimate animation using your E. And E can also be chained into W and Q very easily, vice versa with Q into E, and Q into W. You played much Riven yourself, Mr. Glenn?
No. She's too hard to play.
That's fair, your champion pool is played. So mine to be fair is a Lowy, so I don't know if I can talk necessarily. Mid lane tower goes down.
Yeah, it does look like Korea is looking for business. They're actually grouping up now. Not going for the crazy one-on-one fights anymore.
No, but they do have the siege engine still here. To be a little bit fearful. Riven. I mean, with the ultimate available, no flash though. I mean, Riven is a very flash reliant, especially in skirmish and teamfight scenarios, really to get the most out of Red Natural Burst. Because Riven, like it or not, is very much a burst champion. That would be hilarious. Because when you drag a blue buff away from that position, he'll just sprint. He'll do the 100-meter back to his original position.
Yeah, I feel bad for the blue buff. You just want to go home.
That's true. I've seen a little bit of Cinder recently cropping up. It's a bad day for jungle monsters.
Definitely is. And I'm actually surprised by how big the gold lead actually is. It seemed to back and forth for a while, but Korea still with a 7k gold lead now.
Yeah, a lot of it's from the towers and also the farm, I believe, just out of the laning phase.
And I just wanted to point to Wikichi. He is trying to give Keen a taste of his own medicine, taking up the Samsung Galaxy skin.
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a great last game for him. It just felt bad as a Cho'Gath, and when Anar gets ahead, what are you going to do, really? Managed to find that first item power spike, the Wit's End. This time goes immediately into the Black Cleaver, going for more of the team-fighty build right here. Wikichi.
And imagine if Korea was going to do this to Chinese Taipei or the People's Republic of China team.
In semis?
If they move forward into the finals. If they did that there, that would absolutely blow my mind.
Yeah, yeah. I
if
mean,
they could still win.
100%. But it would definitely be a chaotic game, because specifically People's Republic of China, Chaos is their middle name. So yeah, it would be pretty exciting to watch regardless. Bottom side though, set up from 3.
No real defense coming.
Nah, I mean, it's just fear. I don't know if anyone's coming to help him actually. It looks like one person is coming down. It's going to be Ajwat, but to make sure they push any further from this one.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is just looking to basically sell their turrets just to gain a little bit of time for Mimic to develop. He has his first item in 16 minutes.
Yeah, Peanut moving on to the Dragon. Of course, that happens to be an Infernal. Next one's going to be Ocean.
All right, I want to see Faker challenge Fear
Down.
to a duel.
Well, he's already challenged them to 2 duels. Both of them he's lost. So
I don't think Faker has a solo kill on Fear yet, though.
No.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. I mean, Faker has opted out of the Z matchup. He's died twice, 1 versus 1 solo kill.
You can't let that stand. That's one of the things I really admire
What
about
we've looked at now is just a best of 7. It's just like you lose the next game, and you're like, all right, best of 7, best of 11, best of 71. You're like, gotta get something back on the board.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I know he's been picking on his side lanes. You know, he likes to roam. Like he styled on them top lane, and it's like, okay, but that's still not a kill on Fear, is it? You
Yeah.
know?
He does like to set the record straight. We have seen this at Worlds events as well.
That's fair. Yeah, very much a storied player. Saudi Arabia pushing to the bottom jungle, but it's just lit up like a Christmas tree right now from Korea.
It's actually quite difficult for Saudi Arabia to find some of these engages that they want. Korea, of course, is going into the 1-3-1 once more.
Yeah, so what you will about the champion picks and the chaos of the early game, but they are still playing the mid game exceptionally clean here, Korea. Pushing it at the right times, good lane assignments, also placing down deep vision. Still playing to win here.
They've actually taken down the last 2 towers without Saudi Arabia so far as returning a shot. Not even a single auto attack. That's just the macro ability of LCK.
Also, there's not a lot to fire back, though, if you're Saudi Arabia. I mean,
Which is true.
Almost, I mean, you have 2 range champions who are relatively short range. You have a Void Seeker, a Boomerang, and a Prey Seeker, if you like to shoot back. So at that point, it's just like, all right, maybe just give this one up and then conserve our abilities for a potential all-in.
It does feel like Korea is just going to wait it out and go for their Baron play. Not really a lot of action happening here. They're happy to just take the towers down.
The funny thing is, this is a relatively long game, given the fast games we've had in this tournament so far. We've had multiple 16, 17-minute games.
Yeah, it has been.
This one's going to crest 20 minutes. Baron hasn't even needs to get out of bed in the morning. Slam not even needed, am I? For Asian Games 2018.
You know, when the Korean team decides to play crazy, they can go super crazy. So 43 kills was the record so far in this tournament.
Oof.
Was Korea against Kazakhstan.
Oh, was he 3 kills?
Yeah. It was only a 22-minute game as well, so they went
Alright.
really hard on it.
Yeah, that definitely adds to it. Fear was not winning that 1 versus 1, but he had the posse coming. There's a lot of people in the jungle there. You can see Faker actually just pacing up and down the river. I have to respect he's taking on the crab.
Does look like Korea's trying to close the news. Lance CC.
Oh, 1 versus 1 right here. Ruler following up. He really wanted that 4th shot, but Fear angrily running towards him. And you see a Riven in a dark alley and you're going to back up. It doesn't really matter how far the Riven is behind or how far ahead you are. If you're a squishy target, you probably want to leave the vicinity.
And this is so well done. The sequence of plays is really tremendous coming out from Korea. They chunk out Wikichi in the bot lane. Keen just want to solo versus that. They know that they don't have enough members to defend the mid and instantly push up. So all of these plays, all of these picks, they're coming in the correct sequence, and they're being followed up with a very good tempo. That's one of the key concepts that we have in League of Legends.
Oh, flash forward from Wikichi. Nice animation counter on that one. Flash over the wall there from KOR KSA, but that's a lot of damage. In comes the Rek'Sai, goes gold mid-air, and in comes Fear, looking for the execute. Keen low, he'll drop, but that's a 1 for 3, and they look for more. Here comes the curtain call, lands 1, finds the 2nd. Sharpshooter right now, 5 kills for 1 here, Korea.
And it looked so good for a moment. Adwat came in and actually wasted Faker's ultimate. But unfortunately, they still didn't have enough firepower to finish the entirety of the fight.
I mean, that's a fight if you were equal gold. That's probably going to work out super well for you. The setup was fantastic there from Saudi Arabia, but Korea finished it in that fight, and they will finish the semi-final and advance to the grand final tomorrow here in Asian Games 2018.
Mitchell getting something back for his team, but is not going to be able to change the course of this semifinals.